Last weekend, I was up at Forbes Presbyterian in Grande, Prairie. The Peace River Presbytery is joining with us in Central and Edmonton Lakeland, and Forbes is the big church of that presbytery. Because it's important for us to get to know each other, I sat down with one of their members and just asked them a few questions about their congregation. Let's take a look at that.
To start, if you could give your name, how do you spell it?
My name is Carol Rickler.
And how long have you been going to Forbes?
Well, since I was about 9 years old, I started going because the Presbyterian Church was downtown Grande Prairie. My dad had a service station across the road. So, as usual, all the children, 3 of us, got to go to the service station and play around while everything else happened there. And one day he said to us, "Why don't you go to that church across the street? Give me something to do." Okay, so we did that. And that turned out pretty good. My sister and I thought that was lots of fun. And so we went home and we were telling our folks about it. And anyway, a couple weeks later, the minister went over, talked to my dad, and he says, "I don't have a car, and I've got a couple other churches I have to preach at. Could you drive me?" So my dad started driving. It is.
So your dad was like the minister's chauffeur for a while?
Yes, he was. He was.
Oh,
Yes.
nice.
Yes, and I remember standing with him in one of the little churches out in the country, and we were singing a hymn, and he kept prodding me, "Come on, sing, sing," you know. And I still to this day can't sing very well, so I don't know how come he wanted me to sing, but anyway, we sang together. And that began our relationship with the Presbyterian Church, because we continued going there. My dad died about 3 years after that, but my mom, she'd take us, and we grew up in the Presbyterian Church, and here we are still today, and I can still, one lady in particular, Ruth Boyd, is still here, and we celebrate things together, and it is our family, and I've always said that this church is our family. So we feel we're very lucky in that point, that we always have something exciting to look forward to. But Sundays are exciting to us. We always come and enjoy with our friends, our second family. So Forbes to us is really important.
Challenges Forbes is facing?
Well, Forbes is facing, I think, the challenge that most churches are, that we lost a generation. And we're trying to make up for that and wondering how to get the new generation, to realize how important the church is, and to bring their children, bring their families, share together. And so that's what we're striving for and we're praying for. And we do see some light that way. We certainly do see young people coming. But now it's up to us to get them involved. Instead of letting them sit in the pew, get them involved, make them feel important. And once we do that, I think we'll have a congregation again of all different ages, instead of a top load of older folks. But we're trying and we're praying, and it will happen. Oh, we've just celebrated our 113th anniversary. And we have what we call Forbes Homestead, which was the original hospital and manse set up by Alexander and Agnes Forbes when they came here. So we celebrate that today. In fact, we're going there for a tea. And so these things are exciting. They're things that we try to do once a year, gather there and gather in the spirit of the pioneership and today's congregation and blend it all together. Well, we're still here. We're very alive.
Yeah.
And we're plodding forward. And we have good vibes is what's going to happen in the future. And we want to be a part of it.
So glad I got to meet Carol. I'm going to be doing more of these sort of interviews because other congregations need to get to know more about you. So if you see me setting up a tripod and mic, please volunteer to be interviewed. We can learn so much from each other.